Hi, Kellen. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing well.
Yeah, thanks for meeting with me.
Absolutely.
Um, I apologize for the digging into a vehicle that you know you work with a wife. They don't know what they want, right? Um,
We are quite accustomed to that, so that's completely okay.
yeah. So, but we're back to where we want. So I think we can potentially find a deal either today or tomorrow. And I have an interesting proposition for you guys.
Okay.
So, I'm interested in a vehicle myself, right? And there are lease offers for obviously a Toyota Sienna XLE, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, the entertainment package is kind of the most important thing because I have kids that have to watch movies when we're traveling for 5-6 hours, right?
Okay.
So that's definitely one. Her current Sienna is a Toyota Sienna XLE
Mm-hmm.
with entertainment package. So, and it's white, and I think that is going to be very highly inventoried across a lot of dealerships.
Okay.
It's and we know that white vehicles are one. The second one I saw for me was a lease for a 2025 Land Cruiser 1958. That's what
Okay.
that the model is.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, and there's a couple dealers locally here that have it. So the idea would be this is,
So
you
are
know,
you focusing on the Land Cruiser or Forerunner? Sorry, I'm just trying to
both.
both. Okay. Mm.
Because I feel like dealers want customers like us, right? Where the whole family is always buying the same cars from the same dealership um, all the time, And I can speak to this because my father-in-law has been buying Hondas from the same dealership for 30 years.
Okay.
And he's built a relationship with the owners of that place. So my thinking is hey, is there a world where we could just trade in all three of my vehicles,
Mm-hmm.
right? Obviously, there'll be some negative equity, but we would want to roll that into the lease, right?
Yeah.
I would beg to say, I could throw out $5,000 cash to kind of help with that.
Offset that. Yeah.
Um, yeah, but we know that how financing works. It's better to roll in the gap, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
they make more money in the end financing.
Yes.
So that's kind of the situation that I'd like to kind of plan out. And so if there is this Land Cruiser that's 1958 available, and there's a Sienna XLE or any Sienna for that matter that has rear entertainment,
Mm-hmm.
um, then that's the dealership to go to because we could just do everything there in one shot, right?
Yes, yes, that's correct.
Um,
But are you still
yeah,
planning to do it before your trip or after your trip?
I mean, we leave Sunday morning, so we have today, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday. You
Okay,
know,
okay. Then
the to,
we have decent time because just doing it within 24 hours, we can do it, but we will never know whether we are actually getting the most value for money. Yeah, so having two
yeah,
to three
yeah.
days in hand will help the team, and that's why I requested the entire team to be on the call along with us to ensure that they are also getting your pulse and the feedback right on the call so that we can work on a priority manner.
Okay, so
Yeah.
in your experience, is this situation unheard of? Like, trading all my cars in, regardless of their financial standing, to get two new vehicles from the same dealership. Is that
No, we have
a
done it in
benefit?
the past, but it would take your dedication and commitment. So it's not, I would say, even when, and you have done this even before connecting with us in your previous
Yeah,
stages of your car buying
yeah,
process, is that whenever you are like doing the trade also, it will take you at least 2 hours at the dealership to go through all the paperwork, updates,
yep,
little bit of
mhm,
calibration, negotiation on the pricing, reviewing the
yep,
documents, etc. Now, when you are amplifying it and adding one more vehicle for purchase plus two more vehicle for sell, The minimum
Yeah.
time we expect you to dedicate will be at least 4 to 5 hours, because we'll have to do multiple rounds of iterations on the appraisal, because we'll be able to get the theoretical appraisals on all of your three vehicles, which will have the
Yep.
range, a ballpark number. But the
Yep.
actual value will be determined by them once they will do a thorough inspection, and they will have to take one vehicle after the other. The inspection officer also have to be there in person to do that. There are sometimes lunch breaks in between or some shift
Yep. Yep. Yep.
changes,
Yep.
etc. So what I'm envisioning is that in order for us to have the full comparatively analysis, and then even before we reach to that level, we have to find one dealership where there are two vehicles, either the Forerunner or the other one, what you talked about, 1958, as well as the Sienna with the back entertainment system, with the packages, what you're
Yeah.
looking for at a single dealership, right?
Yep.
So there are a couple of detailed market research and curation which we have to do. And plus,
Okay.
we have to also keep in mind that the Toyota is one of the fastest selling inventories. So it doesn't sit like Porsches or Beamers, right? That even if
Okay.
we reach out to the dealership after 3 days, 99% of the time the vehicle is still sitting. But in Toyota, it's like gone in 24 hours. So the moment
Jesus.
we locate
So
that, yeah.
do you think that we should just wait till I get back from vacation?
No, what we should do is we will work on this. We'll give you an update tomorrow by mid late afternoon, early evening. We'll give you, I would say, a synopsis as to how this equation is panning out. So, what is the total price, what we are looking at for the Sienna as well as the other vehicle? Can you just please repeat the name? So, I'll just take a note. Is it Forerunner and?
No, I'll email you all the details after this. How about this? Easy.
Oh, okay, sure. Or I can take
Yeah,
a
'cause
note
I
when
think
you
we
are
s-
done.
I think we still need the VIN number for the Tesla, right?
Yes, we'll
Um,
need the VIN number for the Tesla.
yeah.
So, what we will do collectively as a team, and I'll also step in to assist the team on a expedited manner, is that we first of all have to list down all the Toyota dealerships within 30 to 50 mile of the
Yeah.
radius of
Yeah.
your
There's
place.
not many. There's about only
Yeah,
like
about 10.
four.
There are
Yeah.
10 to
Yeah.
12 in the valley
Okay.
in
Yeah.
Arizona
Okay.
Valley.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So we'll
Okay.
just go
Yeah. The
through.
closest one to us is Wright Toyota. It's like Frank Lloyd Wright is the closest one.
Frankwood, right, up in North Scottsdale, correct?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's
Okay.
where kind of I live. But I'm okay driving around the valley. But what I'm hearing is that there will be an attempt to where I have to take all the vehicles, all three, to that
Yes.
dealership at some point.
Yes. Yes.
Um,
And then,
which
yes, you and your wife can drive like two vehicles and then drop one and then come back and then drive two.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Or yeah, there'll be some logistical challenges also on those fronts, which we'll have to review. And we cannot simply take all three at the Frank Lloyd Wright, which is there next to your place, because first of all, we also have to see whether that particular dealership has both the vehicles what you're expecting.
yeah. And I'm more, and if it's one of those like, hey, we're gonna get that vehicle in 2 weeks, you know,
Hmm.
I'm
Hmm.
okay with that too. You see what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
correct.
So like with the Sienna, we waited 4 months,
Okay.
to get that, right? So,
Yeah.
we understand how Toyotas go, like you said. So I'm willing to wait.
Hmm.
I
Hmm. Hmm.
just, you know, I don't want to feel like I need to get everything done in a proper time.
Yes.
I don't want you to feel like you have to give me vehicles and keys by Saturday. You know, as long as there's like a commitment to be like, hey, we got this deal done, but hey, the Sienna won't come till this date. You know,
Hmm. Hmm.
the Land Cruiser won't come on this date. Like that's fine with me,
Hmm. Hmm.
right? Because I have vehicles to drive if I need to, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm.
So like I want to be courteous too, because this could be an order type as well, right? Or it could be a transfer from another local dealership, right?
Yeah. Hmm. Hmm.
Between Toyota. So I'm okay with that. So what I'll do is when we get off here, I'll email you the models that we want. It's just basic.
Perfect.
What we're trying to do is if I bring in the three vehicles we have now
Hmm.
and then exchange them for two leases,
Yeah. And then every
knowing that
2 years we can rotate them. Yeah.
yeah, then you can roll over the negative equity. It would increase the payment total maybe by $300-400. That
Mm,
would still leave me, anywhere between $1,800 a month and two car lease payments,
noted. Yeah, yeah,
right? And that still saves me $1,000 a month.
yeah, yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
yeah.
So,
And
and
in
then
the
and I
next
think
in
we
the
might.
next 5 months, your the negative 5,000 equity will be absorbed by doing this rollover.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not worried about, like, we would qualify for probably like a tier one lease, right? My
Absolutely.
debt to income ratio is pretty solid.
Okay.
So, my credit score is considered probably good, like 670, right? You
Mm-hmm.
know, my
Mm-hmm.
wife, I think, is like 700 maybe. So,
Okay.
but the debt to income would I think should offset the. I don't need a perfect score.
Yeah, yeah, and we will highlight that to the
Yeah,
dealership. And
yeah,
so there is one more factor which we'll have to consider because you are planning to get both the vehicles on lease. So we'll have to look into the residual value, money factor, and so on and so
yeah,
forth, along with the dealer incentives and manufacturer incentives. So
yeah.
we'll be able to put together a very high level report on this front by tomorrow. By Friday, I believe that we'll look into the inventory availability. So first of all,
Okay.
even before we initiate the appraisal or understanding what your vehicles would be worth, we have the information for the others. But the third one, which you are also now planning the Tesla one, right?
Yeah.
You're looking to do a trade. We will have to first identify, locate the two, get the ballpark values, negotiate on
Yep.
quotation, present it to you if those pricing seems reasonable in terms of the leasings, right? Then we'll now go for the appraisal side of all the three, and then we'll match everything to see where we stand eventually at about 1,500, 1,800, $2,000 per month, which is what you're expecting. And let's make sure that it's theoretically coming to that play. Then we go in person, then we request your 3 to 5 hours
Yep.
time, the commute back and forth, everything. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, I understand the commitment on that,
Yes, yes, yes.
but the
And see,
commitment.
as if I just look myself, right, we both are in the finance and the business world. If I look
Yeah,
from that viewpoint, my intent would be to finish this engagement as quickly as possible. But if I do
yeah,
it in a way where you are not getting the most value and also the best negotiated price, it will leave a bad taste between us. So I want to do it
mm,
in a very logical manner so that eventually after 3 years you come back and say, hey Neil, because of your hard work, we are left with positive equity and not unfortunately the situation in which you are today.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I trust you, Neil. So, and then when the 3 years is up, I have to come back to you again because we're gonna have to do this again.
Correct.
You
So
know?
that's why I'm looking at a long term rather than doing a rush and committing to you that, okay, we'll do everything by Saturday and then we miss out on one or two equations or parameters. We will take some time. By tomorrow afternoon, I will have a full dashboard view and then we
Okay,
can see
cool.
whether we can finish everything by Saturday or otherwise we would pause the engagement. You enjoy your vacation and then once you come back, we'll refresh the inventory list and then resume accordingly.
Yeah, we get back July 2nd.
Okay. Oh, so you're gone almost for 20 days.
Yeah, we're going to LA, Sacramento, then Las Vegas, and then we come back here.
Oh, fun. Okay, okay.
Yeah,
So it's a full
yeah.
Cali and Vegas trip. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. My son is plays in club soccer, so he a lot of soccer tournaments, so we make trips around it.
Okay, nice, nice. And so he will be playing the soccer while you are on the road, or
Yeah, he'll be yeah, he'll be doing that, and I'll be working from on the road for sure. So
okay.
we can stay communication if we need to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not setting it off. I just it is a big tall order by Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
I totally respect it. Like I said, I'm not in a rush. I just want to do it right. So
Yeah, yeah.
if
And
you
of
feel,
course,
if you feel
we would have finished like before Saturday if the preferences would not have evolved. But again, we are very open to the revision of preferences. So it's literally like we are starting from scratch as of today. Once,
okay,
yeah.
okay, yeah, yeah. The Z71 It just wasn't economical.
Okay.
You
Mm-hmm.
know, my wife was too. See, she went over to the dealership and did a test drive, and she's uncomfortable driving something so big.
Mm-hmm. Okay. No, but if Alan, if you would have asked us, we would have set up the test drive for you and your wife. We
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
we do that. Everything in between.
Yeah.
Any questions you have, if you want to
Okay.
set up a test drive or do a technical comparison or mechanical comparison between the Sienna as well as the Z71, we are happy to do so. The monthly
Yeah.
average in terms of miles per gallon or the
No,
warranty.
we're good. We know
Right.
what we want now. We're good
Now you
now.
have
So
much more
yeah,
window
yeah.
of
And
clarity.
we're getting something that's a little bit more not that's more readily accessible. You know, they order a lot of white vehicles. You know,
Mm-hmm. Any
so
color preference on Sienna before I know because
yeah, it's they're gonna be white for both. You know.
okay, for white for both, right? Okay.
Yeah. So I'll email you right when we get off here,
Okay.
just the details, and then you know what our expectations are and thresholds, and then it will clean everything up, and I'll put the Tesla VIN number and everything.
Okay. That's great. Just before we conclude our call, let me request my team. Shanit, Eilish, any additional inputs or questions you have for Kellen?
Not really. If there are any, I will reach out to Kellen or I'll just ask him over the email.
Okay,
Uh,
sure. Okay, please do. Okay. Yeah, Kellen, so that's it from our side. Once we
Okay.
receive, we have already started curating on Sienna. So along with doing an outreach to the dealership for Sienna, we'll also start asking them for your second vehicle preference, which we'll be sharing shortly.
Yep, yep. And I'm gonna email you. Give me about within the next 5-10 minutes.
Okay, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
take an hour,
All
no
right.
problem. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to get it done because I got a 1 o'clock call. All
Okay, okay. See you. Okay,
right.
bye-bye.
Thank you guys. Bye bye. All right.